If the enemy team has got a pick, but it costs them all of their cooldowns and they're all relatively low, then that fight is actually winnable because you guys might still have cooldowns to punish and you guys might still have HP to punish.
Like, how do I reset when teammates stagger, right? So like in comp, if like, let's say I lose my tank, or like which hero when I lose that hero is like the worst, like, oh, we lost our Kiriko, we got to get out, or like we lost Winston.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Deciding when fights are still winnable versus like when I should just be backing up and that kind of thing.
Such a good question. I have to think about that for a second. I mean, the low-hanging fruit is obviously like if you have no healing, that's always a tough one.
Right.
If you don't have a main tank, like really actually a main tank, screw it. If you don't have a tank, that sucks too because the tank is really the most powerful person on the field. First one is like who. So who you've lost is, I would say, if we were to create a hierarchy, the tank is the most important thing. If you've lost your tank, that's going to definitely impact things. That's supposed to be an end. But okay, tank is the most important thing. Main source of healing, I wouldn't even say all your healing, but you would like to have some form of healing if you're deciding about whether the fight's winnable or losable. And then this is the big one, right? Okay, so then also we're going to go what is actually a really, really important question because it's not just about the cooldowns that they have, okay? But it's also about the ultimates that they have as well. For example, if we're down one, but my Winston has Primal Rage, it's actually really, really winnable. And this is, keep in mind, for both friendly, we'll make this clear, friendly.
Right.
I need to get,
so like, let's say, oh, we're up one, let's push, but you know they have crazy ults, and it's like, oh, we've overextended and we've made a big mistake.
Right. So we'll do friendly or enemy. So what this means is if the enemy team has got a pick, but it costs them all of their cooldowns and they're all relatively low, then that fight is actually winnable because you guys might still have cooldowns to punish and you guys might still have HP to punish. You kind of see what I'm saying? Like a Winston might jump in with a Tracer, dive the backline. They use Lamp, they use Amp Speed. There's Diva peels back, uses all of her Matrix. They've used literally everything and your Tracer dies, but your Winston has Primal Rage. He's going to get a kill with that Primal Rage. You know what I'm saying? He's going to get a kill. Yeah, it's going to happen. They have nothing left. And he still has his big ult, and they're going to win off of that. So this is really, really important. And remember, like I said, this is really important. You know what the enemy has. Have they used all of our resources? And do we still have resources of ours to win the fight afterwards? And this is the other one, too. Remember, HP is also a resource as well. So if they're all 1 HP, oh, no, we lost some guys. I guess the fight's over. No, consider how strong those individual pieces are. For example, if I've got a monkey and we're up 5v4, we got a kill, but my monkey has no bubble, he's got no jump, and he's 80 HP. Do I really have a man advantage?
No.
And in fact, I might actually have a man disadvantage because I have to put a lot of attention on healing my monkey. Do you kind of see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So my monkey is more of a hindrance at the moment than he is a help. So this is why if you're deciding whether it's a winnable and like a fight is winnable or not, you have to know, you have to get a feeling, make a split-second decision of like how many resources the enemy have in terms of cooldowns, ults, and how much HP advantage do we have right now. Okay, so that's the big one. Okay, along with who they have left, like the tank is important, the healing is important. Now, can you guess what W word's going to be next?
Where? No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's actually, you're right. Where?
Oh, it was where.
It is where. You got it. Okay, now think about it. Yeah. Think about it. What about where might be impactful about whether a fight's winnable or not?
I would say where the fight's happening.
So that's the first point, right? Respawns, right? So if I'm playing, I won't even say 2CP because it's not a thing anymore. If I'm playing push and my respawn is right behind me, I know that even if I pop an ultimate and I get a kill, right, or if we just all in the fight, if we trade kills, even though we're down one,
you're going to respawn faster.
You're going to respawn faster, right? So it's totally fine to take the fight there. Whereas committing cooldowns, committing ultimates when we're down one.
Like a big one that I see a lot is like on King's Row.
Yes.
Around that second bend, right? A lot of people like to go up and chase the people that get the late spawn, right? Or they get the good spawn, quote unquote, and then they overextend and they die, but the card is not even anywhere. So it's like, is that a bad decision? I mean, maybe, but it kind of depends. Like
it does. A good one will be the exact same King's Row, but you're on third point. If the cart is near the end, but you're down one, right? Like let's say you're attacking on King's Row and the cart is close to capping and you've lost your main tank. Your tank just dies. Is the fight lost?
And you're close to it's lost. You gotta reset.
It's lost because their respawn is so close that even if you want to get a couple of kills, it's probably going to take you a while to finally cap. So it's not worth it. You got to go back and wait for your tank. Whereas on the flip side of things, well, obviously you have to commit ults because you got to stop them from capping, but you need to be aware of that. But it's not just about the respawn deciding about whether you want to commit or not. The other thing you have to consider is also just the general positioning, I would say. So positioning / angles. Okay. Now think about how this might be impactful. Let's give you a scenario, Gibraltar, okay?
I was about to say the same thing. Yeah, so let's say they have the high ground up there, and let's say your monkey dives in and gets fried. Like, do you wait on him to respawn, or do you poke and you try and build ult, or like?
That's a great question. So what I would say is that positioning is still immensely powerful, right? So it almost counts as an additional man, because every single person that is taking advantage of that high ground who wants to is 1.25 their enemy counterpart, right? They're 25% stronger, 25% more effective. Yeah. So in effect, you actually have an even fight in a way. So like, let's say our monkey jumps in and dies. Ah, crap. What happens? What is he doing, right? But I have tactical visor on the high ground. I don't know. Especially if they use cooldowns to get that position, to get that kill, and they're standing out in the open, for crying out loud, use the visor. Get a 2K, get a 3K.
You're saying if you're on defense.
Right. If you're on defense,
your monkey drops down, dies, can't get out. And then it's like, well, I'm still on the high ground, I have visor.
Right. Whereas on the flip side, if you don't have any position, if you don't have any flanks, if you don't have any eye grounds, if you don't have that high ground, right? Then if you lose one, your clutch potential is a lot lower because you don't have good positions for that clutch potential.